Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Shout out to you guys. Free Ben McLemore. All praises be to the I can't say that with a straight face. I can't do the free Ben McLemore thing and then with the next breath say all praises be to the most high. I can't do it. Oh my God. Shout out to you guys for the people just tuning in. Free Ben McLemore. All praises be to the most high. Yada yada yada. So forth and so on. Mind you, watch this, guys. Watch this. Let me see if I still have this image right here. So I got the original image. This is interesting stuff. Apparently, when Micca went on the podcast with the perspective guy, she gave him a photo, but she photoshopped the hand away from the waist and gave it to the perspective guy. I'm going to show you. This is some funny stuff. Oh my God. Hold on for a second. Just to show you I'm not making this stuff up. Going to share this link with you real quick. We're going to share this tab. Somebody pointed this out in the comments, and I was like, good eye. Nope, not that photo. But it's a little bit of a ways back. It's a little bit of a ways back. Like I said, any new time comers coming in, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. But I am all for the downfall of Anton Daniels, definitely. Angryman too, another person. Unfortunately, post Kevin Samuels, there's been a lot of charlatans, a lot of fraudsters that have been perpetrating for far too long. And it's always from what I've been seeing, it's always the staunchest of the so-called pro-marriage dudes, the pro-family first dudes doing the most dirt from what I've been seeing. I think it's this, should be around here. Or is it, oh yeah, it's later on. My bad, guys. It's later on. And he's going to show a full photo of it. Right.
Correct. And I would never and I will also feel a little
right here. So Micca gave him the photo. So clearly perspective was like, I'm gonna need to see these photos right here if you got them. And Micca was slick. In this photo right here, she photoshopped his hand away from her ass cheek, literally. People want to say the hip or the waist, but that hand was right right on the border, right? But here, right here, we have the original photo. There's the hand. Oh man, Rolando G 55424 says, "Good day to you, Chris Mike. Hey, so it is true about Mr. Daniels cheating? I guess it is true. Oh yeah, because it happened right in front of our nose. It happened right under our nose during the night of the 5150 show. So right after he rage quitted, he did a pop-up show on the, I don't know if it was the Lapeef Network or on his panel show, whatever it was. It's a panel show. He did a pop-up, and Micca was in the same room, in the same hotel room as he was. And I got the video for that too as well. By the way, I showed you the last stream I did with the Micca interview with the perspective, Micca deleted all photos of her and Anton together. So clearly, Mika's husband was like, "Okay, you can't hang out with this dude no more." After seeing the evidence that he needed to see. Let me also tell you guys this, because I'm telling you, this space has been compromised. I've realized this ever since the Andrew Wilson interview with CGA. This space has been compromised. We got agents, perpetrators, even the people that follow certain types of content. Particularly when I was talking about the conservative crowd is full of the people say the incels are the worst part of the space. No, I disagree. Or the black pillars, I heavily disagree. It's the conservatives, hands down. It's not even the PUAs anymore. And I know they're just as bad, but it's the conservatives. And you're seeing it more and more with Andrew Wilson, Anton Daniels now. Shout out to at Pantherman 33T. He says she's she's giving him the just friends hug. Nah. She's doing a little bit more than that. And for her to have to Photoshop this photo that I'm showing you, because this is the original photo that she deleted, for her to have to Photoshop it to take the hand away tells me everything I need to know. Rolando G says Anton Daniels. He says, Anton Daniels, I was never feeling him, especially that bag chaser motto he puts out. I will never join bag chasers. Yo, when I found out about that moniker that he had, or that's what he calls his group, I know people have their groups and they have their a name for their fan base and all these things, and they have they have to sell something. I got that, but bag chasers, what grown man is proud enough to call himself, "Oh, I'm a bag chaser. I'm part of the bag chasers group." This I said this on my channel. I said this sounds like something strippers would come up with, like Atlanta bottle girls. Yeah, Miami bottle girls, service girls will come. This is our group chat. We're called the bag chasers. What a crock of ish. Man, you should have seen, but right back to what I was saying about CGA. I told you, there's a lot of perpetrators in this group. So right here, when I was watching CGA do the breakdown on this, because he did a breakdown on Corey Holcomb, which I disagreed with, mind you, but he did the one on Anton Daniels, and you should have seen the whole ass niggas in the comments. Oh, what do you mean? Just because they did, Micca did was in the same room as Anton Daniels, that don't mean anything. Corey Holcomb talking about Micca B with he broke bro code. What kind of whole ass niggas we have now in this space, bro? What is going? You should have. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Now, when CJ had to say what he had to say about Corey, people were excited in the live chat. And look, people can be mad at Corey Holcomb all they want, but yeah, most of these niggas is gay. I'm gonna start saying that now from now on. It's clear most of these niggas is gay. Yep. And they're just mad that they getting called out. Why all of a sudden, after all these years, Corey Holcomb made a couple of jokes about Brandon T. Jackson. Just a couple of jokes. He never was on him that much. All of a sudden, this nigga come forward. It's like, yes, it's about time. I'm like, oh, so he was right about you. You're a fag. I'm a frag grenade. My bad. My bad. By the way, I'll say this, especially me in my circumstance, I have nothing against the rainbow community. I don't even have anything against, what's it, the DL? Was it the DL community? But let's stop acting like you guys are mad at Corey because somebody put some some compilation together, and then all of a sudden you're saying he's a PDF after he's making jokes. I'm talking about you have people saying that he needs to apologize for making these jokes. I was sitting there, I was laughing so hard. I was like, these whole ass niggas. I'm like, I get it now. I'm like, yeah, a lot of these niggas is gay. A lot of these niggas, they get mad because they were raised by single moms. Corey Holcomb be talking about what their mom did back in the day and stuff, you know. And like I said, none of our parents are perfect, but we gotta we can't be mad at some jokes. I said, watch this. If the liberals had came up with a compilation of Orange Man making jokes, you would have seen these so-called black conservatives would try to, they would be calling those liberal snowflakes, and this is why ninjas can't take a joke and all this stuff. And they were, I'm talking about these people were willing to cancel Corey Holcomb over some jokes and telling him that he needs to apologize. This looks bad. But these people were in the same comment section. Anton Daniels in the same hotel room with Micca. Oh, they don't mean nothing. I do a live stream about Anton Daniels with Micca. Oh, well, he's breaking bro code for talking about this stuff. Really? No. No. Even Angryman, I couldn't believe this. You should have heard what Angryman was saying. This is all for content. You guys don't understand. I was like, oh, so that's what I'm like, that's the angle you're going at to defend your guy, Anton. Anton's really your man like that? Okay. I guess that divorce is going to be part of yeah, when he get divorced, Grape to Kingdom Come. That's going to be part of content too. And Anton, let's be honest. Your daughter did not crash out because of Corey Holcomb. She crashed out because she found out about your relationship with Micca. That's why you pulled your daughter out of school. Don't bring that on Corey Holcomb, because Corey Holcomb put you on blast for not being congruent. A lot of these conservatives, they don't understand. They these guys are the modern day. I said this last year. These so-called conservatives, these wannabe conservatives, are the modern day Pharisees. That's all they are. Nothing to be respected. They say one thing and they do another. The male conservatives, the female conservatives. Here you have Micca, who's trying to run off this, I'm a female conservative, I'm a MAGA voter, right? I'm a conservative, and you out here acting like a single girl on the internet. I can't respect that. Oh man, he said LOL. Oh man, about that moniker. Yeah, the bag chasers. Like what kind of man says that? How are you a man and you saying this? You're calling yourself a bag chaser. This is very, yeah, we need a reset. Like I said, we need a reset. We might need a reset. But anyways, let's share this. I saw a couple of things that was funny to me, because people have been noticing this, but Anton Daniels he's been deleting videos off his page. He's been deleting all his old videos, all of his old pictures. It's funny to me, and people have been keeping track. So he really believes he's this character that he has carved out for himself. He really believes he's that type of person. It's funny. It's funny, man. Let's watch a little bit of this, though. Let's watch a little bit of this before I bring up the House of Highlights video where it shows Anton Daniels in the hotel room with Micca. But let's watch this for fun in the meantime. Oh, man, fair use.
My focus is not ever really completely on money. And I'm not telling you not to be successful. Be successful in everything you do. What I'm saying is be happy, just to beat you. People always comparing themselves or trying to be something that they're not, or you will never catch me. You will never be better than me. And I'm gonna make sure of it because money is gonna come with it. I promise. The success. It's just important to have that work-life balance.
Shout out to this person right here. Shout out to LTTV.
I'm broke. Don't listen. Y'all picked the wrong one this year.
Oh yeah, by the way, bro. Oh, actually, let me hear him out right here. Let me hear him out. Watch this. Let me hear him out. Because sometimes people snitch on themselves. We have like I said, we have a lot of agents in this space. A lot of people with backings, handlers. Yeah, people in here, they want to say that there's something. They think there's something. But they pay for bots. They literally pay for YouTube followings. It's hilarious. Like, I was looking at Anton's numbers and something's not matching up. Because I'm looking at, first of all, I'm looking at Corey Holcomb's like live stream, his the numbers he gets on his live streams. The amount of people that watch his live stream replays compared to Anton's, and he has a way if you're just going off of the YouTube numbers, he has more subscribers, more channels than Corey. Corey only has one channel, but yet I'm looking at the viewership. I'm looking at the viewer retention. The numbers are not adding up. I'm looking. You got dude. I took AJ's. Shout out to AJ Rants and Reactions. I looked at AJ's channel, and then I compared it to Anton's. And AJ, he's been growing recently. He has, I think, 30,000 subscribers, and his numbers are similar to Anton. And Anton has what, 1 million subscribers, and then his millionaire channel 500,000 subscribers. And I'm looking at these numbers. I'm like, something's not adding up. But this, we got the whole, the fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it generation. Watch this.
Listen. Y'all picked the wrong one this year. I'm gonna show you just how broke I am.
My focus is not ever really completely on money. And I'm not telling you not to be successful. Be successful in everything you do. What I'm saying is be happy. Focus on what fulfills you as a purpose. Because if you go through life and you never really do what you were meant to do, but you made a lot of money doing it, what have you really accomplished? If you see people that continue to tell you that money don't mean nothing or money don't make you happy, just to beat you. People always comparing themselves or trying to be something that they're not, or you will never catch me. You will never be better than me. And I'm gonna make sure of it because money is gonna come with it. I promise. The success. And it's all relative. Don't focus on what somebody else is doing or what somebody else has. Don't compare yourself. One of the things that I see a lot in social media is people always comparing themselves or trying to be something that they're not. Or I'm willing to work 25 hours a day, 7 days a week, just to beat you. It's just important to have that work-life balance.
Do not respond the way that other people anticipate you responding. You can anticipate how they will respond, but you never move how they move.
Let's watch this now. Here we have from the House of Hypocrites. He put the compilation together. Micca in Anton's room at 3 a.m. Her husband's about to see this, right? And even before, I'm pretty sure the husband, he saw the interviews, he saw the Corey Holcomb show, and he started to put 2 and 2 together, right? So this was even before that, but now with this coming out, and then there's another video of him flirting with Micca on these live panels and all this stuff, being overly thirsty. We're gonna put this ninja on blast right here.
He tried to dirty Mac and tried to, you know what I'm saying? The nigga know I'm married, nigga know I got shit going on. Luckily for me, I do what the fuck I want to do and I don't worry about that shit because I got control over my situation.
He tried to dirty Mac. Nah, bro. He saw you out here. You were sitting there preaching, talking all that ish. Meanwhile, he's literally staring at your side chick. While you're trying to talk about how a low vibrational or what, how heathenistic you are. You trying to preach to this ninja, and he's staring right at your side chick in the studio. Imagine you invite some wannabe conservative, wannabe Christian. I'm a Christian first ass ninja, right? And he's coming into the room with a broad that's not his wife, and you just see the dynamics together, and I'm like, this is your side chick, and you're gonna come here preaching. Nah. Oh yeah, by the way, can you put her on the show? Who the fuck is this bitch? I thought you had a wife, ninja. Right? Coming from the so-called degenerate. I thought you had a wife. Oh no, that's just this. Hey, can you put on the show? You didn't. No, we did not talk. This was not part of the agreement. Sit your punk ass down and let's finish the show. Of course he's gonna put you on blast. Hoe ass niggas don't deserve protection. Church.
Wait.
At this point, I really do think Micca was cheating on her husband with another woman's husband by the name of Anton Daniels. After I seen this shit, why would you edit this particular picture to make this imagery look lesser of a problem?
So right here, we have the altered photo. This is the photo that she gave the perspective, that Micca gave the perspective. And this is the original photo with his hand basically on the border of her butt cheeks. But oh man. Hey. They can act like there ain't nothing wrong with it, but she gave him that she gave the perspective that photo for a reason. Oh man,
it's deceptive as fuck because you a woman knowing that whatever you doing was wrong, so you ain't want this particular man to be fixated on Anton Daniel having his arm wrapped around your goddamn waist. You embracing him, he pulling you in, you leaning on him, damn near grabbing that ass. You didn't want that original photo to be shown, so you edited it, or somebody edited, somebody on your team, or you edit that motherfucker. Why? So if you'll be that deceptive about this small photo, what about this?
I'm not assuming she broke. Hey.
So right here, this is the night after the Corey Holcomb, like the night of the Corey Holcomb show, coming back from the Corey Holcomb show. This is Anton Daniels' computer. This is the hotel room. And lo and behold, look who's there. Micca. Same hotel room. Look at her hair. Literally looking like that they literally looking like they just smashed. Watch this, guys.
Hey, look like you. What's your hair doing? Because you look like you just. What's up, girl? Nice. They say you had the Glock out, bro. What the streets saying?
You on mute, Micca.
You on mute, Micca. That's what the streets saying. They say you was the shooter, bro.
I was the what?
You was the shooter. Man, I'm just letting you know what the streets saying. I'm out here in the LA streets right now.
You shot the sheriff.
Yeah, they were like, man, Micca was the shooter, cuz.
No, and I just came upstairs. No, and I just came upstairs. No, and I just came upstairs.
That might be.
Yeah, she only said that just to, I just came upstairs. No, you've been in that ninja's room. Y'all had the same rooms. Y'all had the same room. Let's keep it a buck. Her husband probably didn't even know that she took that trip to LA with Anton.
Wondering why I paid that 3 times, because you got to have an eye for this shit. When you offer information out of guilt so you can get ahead of it and control the narrative. You do something called a confession leak. So what the fuck you saying, House of Hypocrites? She know that the perception of her being in Anton Daniels' room at 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning is not going to look right because she's somebody's wife and he's somebody's husband. So when she got a chance to actually kind of articulate herself, knowing that she fucking drunk, knowing that her hair all fucked up, she did not arrive to Corey Holcomb's studio like that. So she got to this confession leak because it looked wrong, because it is wrong. And that guilt made her try to get in front of this narrative. When somebody asked why she's in Anton Daniels' room, this wasn't a big deal because at the time, at this very moment, she's in his room. The panelists, and everybody is so focused on the Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. Say it again, or let's go outside. Nobody is honing in on that particular dynamic. Like, bro. And I missed it too at the time. But now I'm like, what the fuck was you doing? Because you just said on Talk Perspective, your obligation days to live on Room 9 is Thursdays and Fridays. This is a Tuesday.
And for me, I'm only on Thursdays and Fridays.
Okay.
And it's interesting. This happened right under our noses. Nobody even mentioned that interaction post the debacle of the show, the results of the show. So everybody was distracted about the whole Corey Holcomb situation. Meanwhile, they were sharing the same hotel room. Now they can act like they weren't, or they can say, well, we ordered separate rooms. Well, she looked very homely and comfortable in that same room as his.
Why the fuck you ain't you feel me? How back on a flight, go your ass home? And you said you just got in there, which is a lie. And I'm about to show y'all that Anton Daniels, for about an hour, was looking off, asking Micca, is she ready? I'm reading the nigga lips. No, did he? And he's saying, are you ready? Are you ready? Then she gonna jump on the fucking camera to try to say, hey, I just came from up. No, the fuck you didn't. You been there.
No, and I just came upstairs. No, and I just came upstairs.
They're braided, right? Nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Nigga, my haircut. If my barber ain't talking to me, my haircut 25 minutes.
That's because they be talking. Them beauticians be chit-chatting.
Hell yeah, that's why my hair could be an hour sometimes. I'm like, nigga, nah, listen, I'm from goddamn me. Listen, I'm from goddamn me.
At that particular time, he's saying, that's cool. You ready?
Yeah, Anton had himself on mute, and you could see him looking off to the side, clearly talking to somebody. So all this, oh, I just came upstairs. No, you've been in that room. We saw your hair.
I mean, she been in the nigga room. She been so why jump on camera and say, I just came upstairs? You been in the room for an hour. You probably been in the room since he got there because y'all probably only got one room. If I was her husband, I'd be trying to check into that shit. I'll most definitely be trying to check into that. Then let's not speed past her appearance. She look inebriated. They both look inebriated. And when Anton Daniel was goddamn pausing and muting and I guess when Anton was disabling his camera, I'm like, shit. The further they got along, it seemed like he getting a little bit more looser. Maybe they were drinking off camera. You feel me? And it's just speculation. Speculation. Out of all the times this woman got curly hair, right? Big curls. Every time she ever came on camera, her shit ain't all fucked up like that. Even when she go do the Tasha K interview the next day, she got on the same goddamn shirt. You feel me? Same lit necklace. You feel me? And that is an indication that maybe she showered, right? Because whatever she wore to go meet Corey Holcomb, it wasn't the same shit. Bitch ain't about to wear the same shit for 3 days. I'm sorry. Unless she just like that. But what I'm saying is, if you've been in that goddamn room since he got there, then you're off camera talking to him for about an hour. But when you jump on this bitch saying, oh, I just came upstairs, is it fair to me to ask, did she take a shower in that room? Because the nigga Anton was preparing to jump in the motherfucking shower while she was on screen. You don't believe me?
Okay, he got his own platform going, he got his own thing going. So it should be fine.
I think a lot of you guys are 1,000% unable to be impartial on what you saw and or heard. Big shit. I don't want to hear that shit, nigga.
What y'all didn't notice, he had the white shirt on. He took the white shirt off. Nigga went in the restroom, started brushing his teeth, walking around. He want to be seen. It's like he want to be seen that he's in this moment with her. You go throw your clothes on the bed, them drawers. He throw his drawers on the bed and whatever his little pajama shorts or some shit, just to pick it up on camera. He winded down, about to go jump in the shower.
As Anton's representation.
Thank you.
We want to say that we went to the 5150 program to have an educated conversation. The conversation took a left turn, and we decided to use our judgment. And
let me say this also.
Sir?
Let me say this also.
What?
Let me say this also.
Sir?
Let me say this also. Micca stayed in pocket. She followed my lead. She stayed. She ain't do none of that. She ain't trip. She just said, "Yo, I'm rolling with you," and that's the end of the conversation. She ain't say one word. She just kept it moving. That's how women are supposed to move. They're not supposed to do all of the extra shit and all of that. You follow the lead of the person.
That's a fact.
You don't say nothing. You don't get out of pocket. You don't do none of that. You jump in the middle. Move with the person that you move with. That's it.
After this, the stream ends. Anton Daniels eventually go jump on somebody else's stream and start talking about this.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's a nice sweep.
What
and let me say this also. Shout out to my girl Micca.
You know what's interesting about that Glaze? He looking directly at her. He ran. This is why I say
she's still in the room. I see. By the way, let's look on Anton's channel real quick. Because what I've been seeing from Anton and Micca, they've been deleting photos, they've been deleting pictures. Yo, let's check this whole ass nigga's channel, man. While we're at it. Let's check any the old lives, because I'm not sure. Oh yeah, the Millionaire. Let me see, Millionaire Morning Show. It's either that or the 9. What's it? Because he has like what's it, 2 or 3 channels. See if we can find the actual interaction. I think it's, see the room. Yeah, it's probably on the 9. Room 9. Hey man, let's see. Cause now we got these whole ass niggas deleting away games. Nope, that's not it. Is it this? First off, let me check one more thing. I'm gonna check the YouTube video of Corey Holcomb's to see the date. Mind you, like when he made those videos with the panel, when Anton Daniels made those videos with the panel, it was like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. where he was making these videos. Wife sent me the nudes. The Act Right demonstration show. Yes, the Act Right demonstration show. Yeah. So that date, January 13th, 2026. It's time to start checking some dates. January 13th. Oh, that's past the month mark. So I'm gonna have to do some real looking.
What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels.
January 13th. Let me see the date, December 28th. It's probably January 13th. It's probably this one.
What's going on, friends?
4 weeks ago, January 22nd. So let me just go one back. There we go. Let me just go one back.
What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I got to have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you
got the 20th. chaos and confusion.
What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse.
Let's see something. Okay. 15th. Oh, don't tell me he might have deleted the video then. This isn't, like I said, this isn't the first time like you I'll look for evidence, all of a sudden it ain't there no more.
What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that.
Okay, so this is it. So this is it.
The same place. Stay the fuck out the streets. Mind your fucking business.
But they, where it came from,
it's not gay.
The money, the status.
So listen, and they grab you
Right here.
If you insinuate that that's what you gonna do, you gotta go. Take the violence off the
All right, so this is it. This is where we're getting all of our evidence from. This is where everybody's getting all their evidence from. Just want to make sure he's not deleting anything more. Oh man. Okay, so he kept this.
Oh, because I have dated women from big cities, and that's when I see it. Dallas.
her day
Indeed.
with the fur boots. Then I feel like you should do that for yourself.
See what these bots say in the comments. Oh man. Yep. But it's good. It looks like most of the comments were on Anton's neck during that time, because it was clear he was there to disrespect. This dude was feeling himself. He had a side chick with him. You know, you can't, like I said, you can't give every nigga money. Oh man. Hold on, let me see this. Let me see. Ellis is here, said we. XBYJZ says, so wait, does Anton's wife not care? Oh, we'll see. We shall see. we shall see. We shall see. Because at the end of the day, Anton's in a predicament. People might have forgot, but there's a clip. I remember there was a clip of Anton saying, pray for my marriage, a little whiles back. And I remember that kind of went viral for a little bit, and then it just kind of went away. Pyro says, you didn't say you were going live. Explain yourself. Yeah, this is more of a pop-up live. I'm not going to lie. This is more of a pop-up. Just covering all my bases. Ellis is here, says, those who have nothing to hide, hide nothing. But like I said, he's doing particularly on Micca's side. Micca's doing a lot of deleting. She's doing a lot of deleting of photos and all that. She deleted all of her photos with Anton on her Instagram. Now on her YouTube page, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But the problem is, if you are a capologist like an Anton Daniels, it's too much loose ends. It's too much loose ends. This is why you can't be capping like he does. So XVYJZ asks, if Anton's wife doesn't care, why do we? Well, if you're going to stand on your so-called Christian conservative, there's a certain way you must act. There's a certain way you must behave. So even if she doesn't care, which that's not true. That's not true. She cares. But we'll take your scenario. If she does care, it still doesn't matter. You're the so-called Christian conservative. You're the one calling out passport bros and the behavior of these kind of guys, or why guys shouldn't cheat. And if you're gonna be standing on that, you need to be on point. You need to be very on point. There's no excuse, especially, the conservatives. They tend to be the loudest when it comes to their self-righteousness, and meanwhile they're living like everybody else. And people wonder why. Why do you think I always tell you guys, all those liberals you see on college campuses, they came from conservative families? Now, the regular women that you can actually work with that are actually decent people, they don't really come from conservative families. I keep trying to tell y'all, or Christian families. They just come from a normal family with just and they had a normal life. All these conservative Christian families, their kids end up being like the worst. And it's not because people think it's just the religion. No, it's because at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. Parents are conservative, but yet they know that mom is sleeping with the pastor and daddy's sleeping with the secretary. they or the dad's the pastor, but he's never around, right? Mom's the first lady, and she doing the most. The first lady of the church, and she doing the most gossiping out of all the broads at the church. We gotta actually start asking the real questions. Why these people come out the way they come out? All the decent broads that I've met is because, and if you really look at their family background, they just had a normal background with stability, and it didn't have to do nothing with whether they were religious or not. Yo, it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Pyro the Flame King says he's just leaving clues all over the place. Anton should know better than that. How does he not know people are going to dig up dirt? But like I said, Anton, to me, the reason why I've been saying he's an agent is because what I saw happen to Corey in the aftermath. Like, I'm like, people don't have that kind of, like, normal people, even the most popular of YouTubers, they don't have that kind of pull to where now I'm seeing videos getting leaked. And for him to get the clips that he got, and knowing me, because I've watched every single live stream from 2017 on of Corey Holcomb's, for him to get those clips, that means like only a fan like me can get clips like that. I'm like, okay, that's where I'm like, whoa. I was like, time out. Time out. Clearly he's paying somebody, or he has the reach where he has handlers to pay somebody to go through every single live stream, put these clips together without context, because they're not going to, they never show the full segment. Post these clips or these jokes together and make him look like a PDF file. Anton doesn't have that kind of pull. He has handlers. That's what happens when you have people that work for you, or you have people in the higher ups, right? Like even with me, and when it comes to the music, there's people that I know in the industry that they help me with my music, right? So there's certain things that I can do, certain places that I'll go on assignment, and then I can talk to such and such, and then they can put me on to such and such. It's not me. It's because I know somebody. I don't have that kind of pull. Now with Anton, it's bruh. Normal people don't have that kind of pull. They don't. So, and then on top of that, the people that I saw took his side, how I just see a whole conglomerate of black men and a lot of people in the black manosphere OD going on, trying to go against Corey at the same time. I'm like, whoa, this is getting weird. This is a collaborative effort to take down another black man. This guy's an agent. Easily. This is agent behavior. And then after all of the, remember he went on his own show and he basically gave up. Remember he was like, look, Corey, you won. My daughter is heartbroken and blah, 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 and all this stuff. Now he tries to capitalize off this. By now, you got Anton Daniels. He went on the Tasha K show to do an interview. And we already know why he went on the Tasha K show to do an interview, so he could talk shit about Corey. That's like this is too easy. Now that's gonna backfire on him. It already is backfiring on Anton. Because Tasha K, that's another agent. Oh man, he said, damn, caught in 4K. He said, also salute, shout out to you, man. Shout out to Gary Grant. Yeah, the videos are there. You can check the channel. You can check the video. Is on the Room 9 channel. You can watch from what's it around the 3-hour mark to the end of the live stream. And it's clear, Micca and Anton, they were basically sharing the same hotel room. They're not going to admit it, but that's what it was. And if you're a so-called conservative and you're trying to, parade your so-called stable family and all this stuff, you better be on point. So yeah, it does make him look bad. Then he is a hypocrite. Exactly. So I'm gonna put him on, especially the conservatives, if they get caught out, like you know how like Undead, when one of them conservatives get caught out, I got put you on blast. Ellis is here, said he goes, all this Futon / Micca stuff isn't a surprise to me. When I was first checking his content, Futon did a meetup in H-Town and went live afterwards in his hotel room with, damn, so this has happened before. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. So he has a history of doing this. And then I remember, okay, XVYJZ, I don't know if you remember this. Coach Greg Adams had did a live stream, and then he challenged something like, I remember he offered a challenge. He said, he said, I'm going to challenge anybody to come on this panel and try to debate me on whether on marriage, basically how marriage isn't worth it. And you know who accepted the challenge? Anton. I just see, I'm like, who the fuck is this creator? Now CJ didn't really debate him. He was just like, Anton just came in with some very weak arguments, and CJ was like, oh yeah, clearly you haven't been paying attention. And then Anton Daniels ended up signing off. Now they became respectable associates after that encounter because CJ, I guess, respected that he took the challenge to come on. But these are the main dudes that are, if you say anything bad about marriage, they'll be the first one to act like you're saying something wrong. But here you are behind closed doors because you got a little bit of money. Like I always say, these dudes get a little bit of money, all their little morals and their, God and Christianity, it goes out the window. This is why I tend not to bring up, the flying spaghetti monster or religion that much on this show, because all these dudes that be bringing up Bible verses so they can shame hoes and shame women and all this stuff, once they get a little bit of money, they get a little bit of status, they start acting different, and you see it with Anton. They get a little bit of status, just a little bit of money, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, this is my work. She does business with me. she does business with me. Oh, okay. I told you, this is what dudes do when they get a little bit of status, they get a little bit of money. Ellis is here, says, walking around in the background in what looks like a long white tee. He said, yeah, it was very reminiscent of the Mockingbird script being used on Candace. Well, so apparently, so people remember. You remember that when Anton came on that? Dude, I remember like when CGA offered the challenge, he took the challenge, and I was like, who the? I'm like, who the? Oh, and I remember looking at him. I'm like, who the f is this guy? And then I end up checking his channel like right after, and I was like, I think I've seen him before, but I'm like, how is he getting these numbers? He's like. And then I really like I was checking his content out and I was like, there's nothing of interest with this guy. No disrespect. I'm like, people find this guy interesting. Okay. All right. I'm like, shout out to him. And then I just basically moved on. But homie, you got agents, bro, in this space. Even like, I don't know if you heard Phantom. He was talking about the streamer world, right? When it comes to, Kick, Twitch, right? The AMP squad, like all these people you see getting famous off of Kick and Twitch. He said himself, look, in this streamer world, we got agents, bro. And he said, I know 2 confirmed. I think he said 1 confirmed agent. He said, I'll let you figure out who it is. And I'll say this, my guess in terms of who's an agent in the streamer world when it comes to those popular streamers, I would say Neon, because Neon has already been on TV before. Like, he's already been on TV playing a character before. So, also, actually, no, I'm gonna leave that opinion to myself. But with Neon, I think he's an agent. I definitely think he's an agent. Now, obviously, I already told you what I think about Zoe. Like, those are obvious, but I'm trying to, because Phantom was talking about the male streamers. I was trying to think who in the male streamer space where I'll be like, okay, this guy's an agent, or this guy's definitely paid opposition. Clavicular to me is definitely, because he's just a freakazoid. And he literally got famous overnight. It was just one day out of the blue, I just saw Clavicular's content. I'm like, who? And it basically all of his videos, everybody was just sharing his videos off of Twitter. His streaming. I'm like, where the f did he come from? So Clavicular, man, that's another, like, yeah. Fuentes, he's been around for a while, but he comes across as paid opposition. He comes across as that. But I'm not 100% sure with Nick, but Clavicular, you can bank it. You can bank it. But I'm trying to think in the streamer space world of the popular streamers, Neon and Clavicular. Neon is definitely paid opposition, even like in the Twitch space, definitely. And then most of the females just in general just just what they usually ask of them, especially when you got these females with the agents that they have. What these agents ask from these broads is it's wild work. If you actually knew the inner workings. Yeah. Pyro said, is he not a black pillar? Yeah, 2 things can be true. The CIA, the FBI, big state, they'll use anybody. They'll use a black man, they'll use a white man. They can use the red pill, the so-called red pill space. There's agents everywhere. People forget when Malcolm X died, there were 12 confirmed informants in the crowd on the day of Malcolm X's death. People forget stuff like you always gotta wonder, like, why the hell? Oh, hold on. So Ellis is here says he says Nick Fuentes is for sure and not. He was hardcore anti small hat until Charlie Kirk got popped. There was a lot of dudes, to be fair to Fuentes, there was a lot of dudes that basically they chilled out. after CK got popped, people started chilling. They were like, actually, let me relax on these college tours, on these things. Let me chill out. Once they found out people are getting out here getting clapped. Yo, man, it's crazy. But one day I'll do a whole stream in terms of who out here is paid ops. Oh yeah, because Myron got exposed for he literally used to work for what's it, Homeland Security, the FBI. He was working with one of these people. So he was an actual agent at one point. So to come to the conclusion that he's an agent, that makes sense. Right. But yeah, one day we'll definitely get into the debate me bro niggas. He said the XVY Jay-Z says the debate me bro conservatives were shook after Charlie got murked. What's the irony is this: the people that are actually brave enough to talk about the Charlie Kirk situation now are the libtards. It's wild. It's only the libtards that even really like Charlie Kirk. They actually looked into it and they're just like, oh, this is why he got murked. And it's interesting, even though I'm like on the opposite end of the spectrum, they came up to the same conclusion I got. Charlie Kirk was what, in my opinion, was a useful idiot for the right. That's my opinion on that. He was a useful idiot. His job was obviously to recruit young people into the conservative party and to get more young people to do this and that, and gain them the minds, right, the hearts. Was it Minds and Hearts Project? classic tactic. And his job was to just go on there, debate female liberals and feminists and make them look bad, debate ninjas, right? And liberal ninjas as well. And to call out that spectrum, that was his job. But as soon as he started calling out the small hats, they were like, okay, that's not what we asked of you. We got to get you out of here. That's literally what happened to him. Ellis is here, said clapped, pause. And I even said this. I even said on my stream, because I was seeing a whole bunch of like liberals like celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And I said, I'm like, I think eventually they're gonna realize it was a mistake doing that. And they're gonna look at Charlie Kirk's recent takes. And he was still pro small hat. He just started to ask the right questions. And once they start seeing those videos, they're going to be like, oh, I see why he got clapped. So the conspiracy theorists and basically the libtards, they're the only ones brave enough to kind of talk about it because they're understanding why he actually got clapped. And the conserva simps, the con artists, the traditional con artists, they're like, oh, never mind. By the way, that was a shame. Like after the Charlie Kirk assassination, what was crazy? There were certain ECUs, they had to be on lockdown. I was like, what the hell is that all about? Why don't people ever want to attack the real enemy? Pyro says, I use that term too instead of saying the K word. Oh, you say, Charlie murked, or was it Charlie? Because I still want to be respectful, but like I said, to me, I didn't call Charlie Kirk a useful idiot on the day that he passed, but that's what he was, and I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it a buck on this channel. He's what you call a useful idiot. Yeah, I'm talking about. What they basically asked, what the right or Orange Man or whoever was in charge. He did literally everything that was asked of him, and he did it at a very elite level. He did a really good job for what he was asked to do, but he was only supposed to do that. He wasn't supposed to ask questions about that group of people. That was not part of the job description. And he was dumb enough to question that, because that wasn't, he's one of those guys, he thought he was doing the right thing, and and what made him a useful idiot is I called him, oh yeah, that's what I called him. I basically called him the perfect sacrifice, because the right can basically wash their hands, while and then look at the liberals celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. And then the right gets to be like, you see, look at these crazy liberals out here. They're mentally unstable. Look at them celebrating Charlie Kirk's passing and all this stuff. Meanwhile, the right, the people up top, they set up that situation. Or people connected to the right. You're gonna see, once they actually find out who really murked Kirk, they're gonna find out it was a lot of connections to the right. Because I knew what they were gonna do. They were just gonna blame it on some mentally ill white dude, and then they're gonna say that he dated a transformer. That's the new. They want me to really believe that punk ass white boy with a trainee. Shout out to Bobby Glanton Smith with a trainee. He did that, and even if he did, there's no way he did that by himself. Please. That's why I called him that day. I called him the perfect sacrifice. But nowadays, I called him basically a useful idiot. By the way, I was very shocked though at even like the left, how they would describe Charlie Kirk as far right. I was like, Charlie Kirk's far right. I was like, you guys have not met anybody near far right. I'm like, you guys have no idea what far right is. What the okay. But this Annie's contact number. That's my girl. Oh, anyways, sorry. Somebody just sent me a track list. But anyways, let's go right back to this to the expose.
Hey, when I say confession leak, he just shouted out Micca. As soon as she looked at it in the goddamn corner, I mean, she was still there.
Corey, let me tell you why I think Corey is a bitch, bro. Let me tell you why I really think he a bitch. Let me tell you why I really think he a bitch. Let me tell you why I really think he a bitch.
Let me ask you a rhetorical question. Do you think that's a door opening or a door closing? Is it the room though, or is it the shower goddamn though?
Yeah, I heard that door. That's the shower.
This is the bathroom goddamn though. We're gonna get to it. They gonna be like, this nigga house of hypocrites lame, did a motherfucker. You can't whoop me, bitch. You can't whoop me, goddamn. But it's provocative. It gets the people going.
It wasn't because of the confrontation. It wasn't because of none of that. It's because that nigga tried to dirty Mac at the end.
How you gonna dirty Mac a married woman and a married man?
he tried to dirty Mac and tried.
This is where he basically told on himself there too. Like, dirty Mackin. Thought nothing's going on. That's what. Remember when you had that guy that invaded the chat? One of Anton's croonies. One of Anton Daniels' croonies was in the chat. He violated bro code. Just because Anton said it.
You know what I'm saying? The nigga know I'm married. Nigga know I got shit going on. Luckily for me, I do what the fuck I want to do, and I don't worry about that shit because I got control over my situation. But what if my chick wasn't familiar with the fact that I got a chick out here with me? That I got a chick out here with me? That I got a chick out here with me?
What's crazy about him gesturing that way, he gesturing towards the restroom Micca is in, taking a shower right now. Let me play some of the clips after this. Because I kept hearing somebody in the back room act like an echo, and it sounded like they was in the restroom. Who the fuck else can be in that restroom?
You know what I'm saying? She just so happened to be a person that signed to me. So the whole reason why I brought her there was to also mention her and get visibility for her so I can continue to try to blow up her platform. But Corey knew that.
This is where another lie come in. Corey only.
Exactly. He said, Ellis said, I saw a video of CK on PBD on October 12th, questioning what happened in the small hat country. Oh, man. Let me just leave that alone. And there's a lot of videos of that. Ellis said, I wasn't even a fan of CK, and I knew it was trouble for CK. I was seeing those videos too, like when because I was like, I started even reposting some of those Charlie Kirk videos where he started questioning the small hats. I was like, oh, this is not. I said the same thing at the time. I'm like, this isn't looking too good. I don't think he's supposed to do that. All of a sudden he gets shot. Yo, isn't that funny, man? Like it should tell you everything you need to know. This country where we've been, like I said, we've been compromised. This country's compromised. We can't even call ourselves the United States of America. We might as well change the A to USI. Or UPI. UPI. United Project of Small Hat Country. We've been completely infiltrated, all of that. We're done. Anyways, man, let me repeat some of this.
Is to also mention her and get visibility for her so I can continue to try to blow up her platform. But Corey knew that.
And this is where another lie come in. Corey only knew that 5 minutes before the show.
Exactly. So that's him trying to lie by omission right here. Only real ones are going to catch that lie. So shout out to House of Hypocrites for catching that. Oh, he already knew that I wanted to promote her. I'm like, Ninja, you laid that, you gave him no time. Zero time. You came into the studio and then try to basically bully him into putting her on your show without any warning. And he said it at the end. He's already said it. So that's why he's trying to be like, oh no, you already knew what I was. No. I also had that very important discussion with you guys when we talk about, this so-called bro code. And it always seems that people only mention bro code, or men only mention bro code when they're doing dirt, when they're cheating, and then they want you to cover for them for cheating. I'm talking about last second too. It'd be like last minute. You got to cover for these ninjas cheating. But then these are the same dudes that be mad at Corey Holcomb for saying, look, as a man, I don't think as a man we can be with only one woman. Oh, Corey, you just bitter and hurt. You need to be around dudes with morals and all this stuff. Meanwhile, they operate on the same way. At least Corey's honest. At least you got guys like Cam Newton. At least they're honest about what it is. At least. These like I'll tell you, these dudes get like one measly promotion at their job, and they start rolling like Anton. I'm telling you. I'm like, why doesn't bro code occur when it comes to protecting your fellow man? Where's bro code when your guy in the friend group, he gets divorced, but then your wife, everybody's wives basically basically blocks him from the group because he got divorced and he ends up being by himself, and then none of the guys are allowed to talk to him because he got divorced. Where's bro code then? It's only when the man is doing dirt and he needs somebody to cover for him. They're only using it. They only use it when they want to be selfish. Ellis is here. He said, "Bruh, when the media said Hamas hit them with, let's not talk about that. That's like that stuff that you said right there. We let's not talk about this because that's going to get my channel. Like that's literally they're literally gonna flag my channel for hate speech for even saying your comment. I'm telling you. After I got a strike on my channel just for describing who the incels are, after I got a strike on my channel for that, I was like, and I don't even fuck with the incels. And I was just describing them. I got a strike on my channel for that. I'm like, you know, let me chill out. I was just like, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. One day what I got to do, what I have to do is I got to put a list of the videos that got striked or got a warning on my channel. I'm going to make a playlist of those videos and then I'm going to put it on a separate platform. And I'm going to just tell you like these are the videos right here. Because I got these videos saved that got me a strike on my YouTube. Somebody said just put it up on. Oh yeah. I'll just put the comment. I'll put the comment on. But even still, then like certain things that you put in the chat that can also affect the algorithm. Believe it or not. So if you put certain countries or certain names in the chat, that actually can affect the same way. Like if I curse or if I use a swear word, that can affect the algorithm, your visibility. Same thing in the chat. But yeah, I'll just post it, but I'm not gonna say it. But people in the chat, they already know. They already know. Them people be lying. Nobody trusts us. Nobody trusts that coalition. And I mentioned also this example with that country. It'll be like something will happen where you have these, you have the United Nations, they'll have like a vote or something. Or you have these countries and their prime ministers meeting up and they'll have a vote on certain things. And it is usually on something like normal. It'll be like, should food be a basic right? That would be like the question is like, is food a basic right? And then everybody will say yes, and then it'll be only one or two countries that oppose that, and it's always that small hat country, and then the United States right along whatever the small hat country says. So people, we have anybody with two eyes. We already there's no doubt what that country, what that state. What that state is. So we there's no respect for from that country anymore. And I think everybody we've just come to the conclusion like we're trapped because we've let too many compromised people that are compromised by that country take up these seats of power. Reaper's in the chat. He says salute. But yeah, we smoking on the Anton Daniels pack. Somebody said only 2 eyes. Oh man.
For so I can continue to try to blow up her platform. But Corey knew that.
This is where another lie come in. Corey only knew that 5 minutes before the show. The nigga told me personally. You tried to put her in position last minute, which is where the issue is arising. So why you told her husband, or she may have told her husband something that was never confirmed. So when she didn't get on the show, it was a real issue in her real life. Because he said, I don't know that bitch. I told you, explain the bitch. But the nigga trying to sit up here and lie.
But see, Corey tried to throw salt in the game afterwards and tried to, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to like do some dirty shit. I don't fuck with niggas like that. These niggas keep talking about how real they are. They keep talking about all of that type of shit. I would never do that type of shit to a nigga.
Nigga, you did it to JR from the LaPeef Network. And you knew he had a woman. And you knew he was fucking the little bitches on the panel. You started your show. Was it Fight Club or After Hours? You started your show trying to siphon panelists, the same bitches he was fucking on. You was trying to get them hoes on your show. You started dirty macking. That's the real definition. You started dirty macking on LaPeef, stealing his audience, stealing his panelists. And then you start telling everybody he fucking all these bitches that you're trying to get to your platform.
This is all true. This is all confirmed. Anton Daniels did get some backlash for trying to put that out there, what JR was doing.
You most definitely did this to a nigga before. These niggas act like the internet ain't real. These niggas acting like the internet ain't a PS2 memory card, nigga.
I would never try to ruin a nigga relationship. Now, he can't ruin my relationship because, again, I'm doing whatever it is that I do and I don't have no secrets. The fact of the matter is, that's the lamest shit that a nigga can do is try to throw you under the bus, trying to expose you when a nigga get mad and that ain't even got nothing to do with the conversation. Nigga, corny. That's some corny shit, bro. That's some corny shit. When you losing an argument or you feeling some type of way and then you try to do some dirty macking type shit, y'all better watch these niggas that y'all looking up to. These niggas ain't OGs. These niggas is not real. They not OGs. You can look up in their eye and tell that these niggas is not real. They don't even move like real niggas. Real niggas don't do no shit like that. Ever. They never do no junk like that.
Real niggas cover up for other niggas cheating. Oh man. I'm gonna start calling these dudes, these bro code ass ninjas. Bro code ninjas. Bro code ass ninjas. Hey, how about this for part of the bro code? Don't call somebody a PDF file when you know they're not a PDF file. Why is that not part of the bro code? Yeah, there's certain terms that we like. I'll say me personally, we're gonna have to kick out certain terms. We're not gonna use bro code because the stuff that you pulled on Corey is some shit you do not do. Where even a woman would be like, I don't think this is right. This is, you know. Exactly. It's pure projection. Pyro says Anton is calling himself corny. A lot of these people, they project. This is true. And he said, yeah, our government is done. There will probably be a revolution to fix it. Just saying, where's the revolution going to come from? And you know what's crazy? Actually, I won't repeat the point, but they could have actually kept things status quo if the average man could get a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Or if the average man could afford a family, they could actually keep things status quo. But that small hat country, the way they do things, the way they do business, it's worse than a parasite. And I'll just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave that country alone. Because like I said, they're gonna say it's hate speech. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Anton, how is it dirty macking if she married? But that's what, like, remember when he was talking about this on his show, when he's talking about a violation of bro code, I'm like, you just told on yourself. Because if there's nothing happening, you don't even need to bring that up. But he just goes, well, say if I did that. That's a violation. He pulled a OJ Simpson. If I oh man. Reaper Rail said he's so corny. Micca husband deaf gonna divorce. They took these videos down, meaning her husband is pissed. I will say this. This is where things get dangerous, right? Because I saw these hoe ass niggas in CGA's chat. I saw these same hoe ass niggas, man. It was funny to me. Oh, it ain't no problem. He's just doing Anton is they're just using each other for content. Well, just because they're together, that doesn't mean they're sleeping together. Okay. Keep thinking that if you will. I'm like, there ain't no. I'm like, watch this. This is where, like I said, this is where it gets dangerous. And CGA brought this up when I saw this. If it does get to a point where the husband is asking, he asks Micca for divorce. Now it gets confirmed Micca slept with Anton. Watch Micca do a heel turn. And when I mean a heel turn, meaning, oh, I slept with him, but he gave me no choice. Was it the power dynamics? And she's gonna start hinting at, oh, this was force, this was coercion. That is something that is very possible that's in play. So, for example, remember the Joy Taylor situation? Even though it's clear that she was the one being a thought, all the Fox network did was just they gathered the evidence, and before they fired her, they try to make sure it was a clean firing, because they could, if they just outright fired her, she would have just she would have said what she already said, like in the lawsuit. She said she was gonna start accusing dudes of SA. So to avoid that, they made sure it was a clean firing, so she doesn't sue the Fox Sports Network for SA. So that's the new, I'm not gonna say it's a new play, but that's the playbook now. When these hoes get caught up and they're already married, or they're about to lose their husband and they get caught cheating, or they get like, one of them white girls, they get caught stepping out. And then when people ask, what do you explain? How explain yourself? Then they're gonna say, "Oh, it's great." That's that's what it is now. So this is the danger. This is the danger about this situation. Power of the Flame King says Anton has low self-esteem. Reaper Rail says, I agree, they're too greedy. They think this is the end game. Like I said, I'm going to stop talking about the small hats. Pyro the Flame King says around a family is a dream. But yeah, that's where it gets dangerous. What really happened was he forced me. That's the... Remember that African politician that videotaped himself with all those girls? Remember I did a show about that guy? And somebody brought up a point yesterday when I was on Twitter. Somebody said, what if he videotaped all those girls that he was sleeping with? All those wives that he was sleeping with. He did that to protect himself from grape allegations. And I was like, I never thought of it like that, because he was sleeping with all these dudes' wives. Oh, yeah, a lot of those broads were married to other official members. Like, if he got caught sleeping with all those broads, all of them would have said they got forced. If given the opportunity, if there was no videotape. And I was like, you know what? I never thought about it like that, because I was like, why this dumbass? Why he recorded all of his interactions with those broads? It's a form of protection. It's a protection. I really never thought about it like that. I was like, you know what? That is a great point. Shout out to whoever made that point on Twitter. But shout out, I'm like, because now you have all these broads. I'm talking about years later, decades later, talking about who did this to me. She did. I'm like, nah. But that's the play. Because we're familiar with that play. We already know what it is. But it works. It works too easy. So that's what hoes are gonna do to avoid accountability. Reaperell says, I can easily see that. He said that he used his power to coerce them. That's what they're gonna say. Exactly that. I never thought about it like that. Because I just remember being like, the fuck, why he videotape himself? This weirdo ass ninja. That's what I was thinking. And it never occurred to me. It also I don't know if you guys watched the game, that BET showed The Game, and the quarterback on that show, he would videotape all of his interactions. and he kept those tapes in like a separate secret room. I remember they caught TT walking out of there. He's like, the fuck you doing in there, bro? That was one of the funniest scenes in that whole show. They walk into the room with all the videotapes because they were looking for a specific broad that fucked with him back in the day. And they saw TT walking out of the room like he just watched a movie. Oh my God. But that's a form of, I remember seeing that. I was like, oh yeah, that's a form of protection. I forgot. I just completely forgot about that. It's a form of protection. Pyro the Flame King says that's true, but you can't do that now because it's considered as revenge porn. No. They'll like, guys are willing to take that charge nowadays. They're willing to be like, look, you can say it's revenge porn, but this is the evidence. You said I raped you, but look at this video right here. Remember, I did the video about Jovi Pena. Remember Kai Cenat's friend Ziggy? He recorded the interaction between him and Jovi Pena. And with that videotape, he was able to clear himself. And of course, the hoes can say it's revenge porn and all that, but all that shit about I forgot what I did last night. I was passed out. I didn't know what was happening. And Ziggy was like, nope, this is not true. Look at this videotape right here. This is her literally throwing it back at me. And then you just see her. Well, you don't have the audio on. It doesn't have me screaming for help, bruh. No, I'm like, and I was like, we don't want to hear the audio. Your father wouldn't want to hear that audio. Ain't gonna be you screaming for help. Oh my goodness, man. So guys are willing to take that charge nowadays. I'm like, you can say it's revenge porn all you want, but this is the evidence. You said you was passed out and you didn't know what was happening. You said, oh, I was too. No, nope. Exactly. It's not revenge porn if you're not distributing it. But they'll still say it, but it don't mean anything. You can't get no charge off of it, especially if you're not distributing it. So, but they'll just say it anyways. They'll just say it's oh, you're doing revenge porn. Like they said that with Ziggy, but he didn't distribute it, but because he posted it online. But with that videotape, he cleared himself. Oh, I'm not gonna pursue this matter anymore. This is taking a toll on my mental health. No, he proved you to be a fucking liar and a clout chaser. Yeah, exactly. It won't hold up in court. That's all, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's why these dudes will record. And it goes, and society will understand if you simply have the vids. Exactly. That's why, like with that Jovi Pena situation, it was a whole bunch of girls in the comment section like, damn, I gotta apologize to this nigga. And they did Ziggy dirty. They showed the most crustiest this nigga looked like a whole gremlin. They took the most dustiest photo the dustiest photo that they could find of Ziggy to make him look crazy. They had him looking like a damn goblin. So everybody just assumed that he was guilty. And I remember seeing that situation. I was like, nah, I think she lying. And I was just going just based off her testimony at the time. I'm like, she's lying. But like I said, you're not allowed to question these people. You're not like I said, you're not allowed to question these people. You're not allowed to question, okay, out of all the places you were at that you could have been in that day, you could be in college, you could be in law school, you could be this. Bitch, you at a party at some random dude's house not no random dude, at a celebrity's house getting fucked up. What the fuck is going on nowadays? This is it is like I said, we're shot. So much excuses. Pyro says, yes, that's true. It's better to take it better than going to prison for false grape charges. He said, yeah, the Krusty's photo. Yeah, the photo, you know that photo I'm talking about. They had Ziggy looking crazy. They do this stuff on purpose. Like they I hope people understand when they do that, like, or if they want a guy to make him look guilty, they take the most suspect photo of him. They have him with a picture with guns. If they want to paint a narrative, if they want to make a black dude, look a certain way, they find a picture with him with guns. Oh yeah, what's the name of the influencer? Her name was Jovi Pena, and she still posts on IG like nothing happened. Let me see if I can actually bring that up. I'll bring up her Instagram page. She's one of those so-called IG models. See, Jovi Pena. Yeah, 121,000 followers. So this is her page. Let me see her most recent post. But like I said, this is like, that's the average. Like that's the average, like IG model / escort. Like this is the average escort on IG. And it was interesting. How I knew she was lying in the first place was she kept blaming Kai Cenat for what happened to her and basically hinting at, oh, I'm finna sue Kai Cenat because he was supposed to watch over me while I was back. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, I remember I remember my boy. One of my boys used to follow this bro. He was like, no, not the wifey. I'm like, bro, that ain't no wifey. That bitch, that's a whole witch. This is a modern day witch. Anyways,
that bro. Shout out to Corey, bro.
It's been almost 2 years. You didn't introduce or make an effort to introduce Anton Daniels to your husband. You didn't tell him you was at the goddamn Detroit sitting courtside NBA game until after the fact. You attempted to edit Anton Daniels' hand off your ass and present it to top perspective. You at a hotel room with this nigga at 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning. You couldn't acknowledge the fact Anton was flirting with you on camera, which means you was being deceptive on his goddamn behavior. You have never talked about your husband ever online. And I'm not even mad at you for not showing your family online. I can understand that. But to never talk about your husband, not even in a good light, that says a lot. Or maybe he's just a fuck off nigga. And maybe everything you done is warranted. Because Anton's wife clearly don't give a fuck if he have another woman. She with the program. But he didn't protect your image. And now you looking like a married man side chick.
And that's why I talked about the danger Micca, in her interview with The Perspective, she was very adamant about, the reason why her and Anton basically split ways, and why why currently she is mad at Anton is because he hasn't protected her image. Because Anton has decided to go the route of, look, I can't explain what happened between me and Micca. Whatever happened between me and Micca, it is what it is. He's trying to act like he's one of those players. It's a funny act, because we all know Anton's really not that kind of guy. But he's trying to play it off like, hey, he's trying to go the Corey Holcomb route a little bit too late. When people ask Corey Holcomb about him and Darlene, and then he said, look, I don't got to explain everything to everybody. Everybody in the streets already know what's going on. So that's what Anton Daniels, he's trying to take that same approach a little bit too late. But what he doesn't understand, Micca could do a whole heel turn, especially if she ends up getting divorced. By the way, let's pull up Micca's Instagram just to show you I'm not lying about this. Because you've seen Micca's, you've seen her profile before. So look, you have in her profile, conservative host, singer/songwriter, Fox and BBC contributor, media personality, blah, blah, blah. But all of her pictures with Anton, and she had a whole bunch of pictures and videos and collabs on her Instagram, they're all gone. No picture with her and Anton Daniel to be in sight. All of her pictures with Anton Daniels is gone. So that means her husband was like, this is whatever y'all have, this is over. This is oh man. By the way, yeah, these you had these wannabe, was it these singer artists, these sing-song artists? These be hoes, bro. these be hoes. By the way, just last night, me and the homie, we basically made a fire ass earthy type track for this one broad. Like, man, without the right producer, without the right engineer, most of these chicks would be popped off. No disrespect to those hoes, but they would be popped off. Last night, me and a homie, we made a fire track. I'm talking about out of nothing. We took, and I'm not saying she's a bad musician. This one chick that we were working at the crib with, we took 2 chords that she made, 2 chords, and we turned it into a fucking something. Like we accidentally gave her one of her best beats ever. It's at the end of the day, it's really the producers and the musicians that make it, like, make these tracks what they are. But without the production, without the right production, without the right look, without the right vision, a lot of these female artists, they'd be popped off. And I'll say the same thing with the male artists too, but there's a lot of these hoes be coming. I hope people don't think I'm dissing her, but these hoes come out here with their little acoustic guitar and they think they're doing something, man. Like, it takes a lot more than that. I might even if I get the instrumental, I might send it to Pyro or somebody. I might send it to Pyro or somebody that's more musically inclined in the chat. And I'll be like, what do you think of this? And I'm not going to show you the artist. You just be like, this artist is kind of popped off. But Man, we literally took 2 basic chords and we turned it into a fucking that's gonna be the best interlude / intro track she's ever had in her life. Because what normal niggas is gonna do, they're gonna turn it into a trap song or whatever. Nah, we just turned it into something crazy. Something special, to be quite honest with you. I did all the no, because she did the guitar part, whatever. And then I literally did all the rest of the instrumentals. Now I didn't do the arranging because that's not my strength. But the homie was on the FL Studios and he arranged all of the tracks that I put on there. A lot of these female artists, they would be popped off. Because I was looking back, I'm like, we really should have saved this for our group. I was looking at that track, I was like, we should have saved it for the female vocalist in our own band, not this girl right here. Said Mad Meffer says shout out to Corey. But that's like I said, that was a pure, because guys like Anton Daniels, they want to be like Corey, right? He's like, right now what he's doing, he's just lashing out, because that's why they say, a lot of times don't meet the people you look up to. All right, don't meet your idols and all this stuff. Right now he's just lashing out. So now he's trying to call Corey a fraud, and he's this. Even the stuff is funny. Like, a lot of the stuff that he's bringing up is stuff that Corey already admitted. Like, he went on like Tasha K's show and he was like, man, Corey not doing his taxes. And I was like, you're like 2 years too late. I was like, you're literally like 2 or 3 years too late. I'll never, like, one of the live streams Corey did, he was like, look, man, I got to take this comedy tour that I got. They offered me this comedy tour. I got to take it because, them people, those tax people came after. They show me the number that I owed, and I'm like, you know what? I got to take this tour. Oh man, he did this like 2 or 3 years ago. So I was like, yeah, Corey's broke. Anyways, Reaper Rel says, in a man's hotel that you didn't introduce to your husband is cheating. Exactly. No, but here's the people were in the chat, in CGA's chat, saying that don't mean nothing. But I think a lot of those guys, I don't think they watched the Micca interview with the perspective too, so maybe they didn't catch it. She met Anton's wife, but he never met her husband. And I was like, y'all can't connect the dots.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Crazy work. And he goes on to say, then she went on that interview and said that she and Anton weren't friends. Oh yeah, but you were in his hotel room. Like, yeah, she was saying, oh, we're just business partners, right? This is just simply business between us. Really? Micca only mad at Anton because she got played and found out that Anton had no connections. Exactly. I came to that same conclusion. Because when you look at Micca's page, no pictures of her husband, but it's all pictures of dudes with clout. Every dude that she's taking a picture with is somebody with some kind of internet clout, some kind of fame. It's so interesting, man. It's somebody with some kind of media presence, some kind of a following, but no pictures of her husband. It's one of the funniest things. But that's why she was hanging with Anton. She thought he had connections. Anton was selling her a dream. Like I said, there's no difference between Anton Daniels and a lot of these niggas and Fresh Prince CEO. No difference. No difference between these hoes. These hoe ass niggas. My bad. Reaper Rel says, by the way, did you see her rapping freestyle on SOM radio station? It's on YouTube. Well, I remember I previewed one of her songs and I was like, yeah, that's enough. I was like, yeah, this isn't good. XVYJZ says, speaking of modern day witch, have you ever heard Ashera Goddess, who's a literal witch husband, and she wasn't sad in a recent video? Oh, you talking about Shara 07. I was like, who the fuck is Ashera? Yeah, so Shara 07. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but the Sprinkle lady, her husband, who I had doubts even existed, but he's a real person. He passed away. So Shara 07's husband passed away. I don't know if I can bring it up. And I'm talking about there were ladies in the chat. They didn't even say rest in peace to her husband. They were sitting there making jokes. I was like, wow. Let me see. Shara 07, Shara 7, whatever. Yo, how many? Hold on. Shara 7 got 1 million followers on IG. And these are these the same hoes that be talking about Andrew Tate and all these people? But Shara 7 got 1 million followers. Followed by Alicia. Boy, I know she not following Shara 7. All that shit she be. Let me not put Alicia on blast. Alicia, this is a female artist I know, by the way. That's one of the broads that I was talking to you. Remember when I said I knew a broad that was that I was gonna work with, and she was signed to Sony, but they really got her on a fucked up deal where she's only making like $50,000 or $40,000 a year, and she's actually writing people's like songs and whatnot. But Alicia, she be on here talking greasy about men and all this. Meanwhile, she's sitting there, oh yeah, complaining about the red pill and all this. Meanwhile, she follows she follows Shara 7. I know good and damn well. I know. Oh wow. It's always projection. It's always projection, anyways. But yeah, I saw people. There were people in because people were making posts about her husband passing, and people were in the comments saying, well, hey, you about to get that life insurance money and all this. I'm like, guys, Shara, she's playing a character. I'm pretty sure she might say this, but the reality is she really doesn't believe what she's saying. She's just playing a character. And she knows she can get a following off these goofy broads for saying what she's saying. She knows there's an audience. Like, she knows most of these hoes are out here bitter, hurt, all the stuff that they project on us. She knows there's an audience for that. These people are in her comments saying sprinkles. I'm talking about women that are her followers saying, well, this is good. Basically, saying, oh, this is what you wanted. This is good, right? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these bitches, dog? These hoes. I'm like, these hoes, even like, I hope, hey, Shara 7, whatever you see in the comment section from the females, particularly, that's on you. You know, so because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna wish death on somebody's husband, somebody's loved one. I'm not gonna do that, right? But the comments were very interesting, to say the least, with that situation. Yeah, people pulled up clips, of her saying if he passes away, then she gets his life insurance. I've seen that. He said, I'm definitely into making music instrumentals. Like, but me, when it comes to my music, like, I'm terrible in terms of arranging and producing. So what people have me do, so people they figured it out. I'm better at coming up with all the instruments or all the set, like the bass, the keys, the guitar, and I'll do what's on the track. But in terms of putting the tracks together, I need an engineer to actually do that for me. So usually now what I do is I'll have an engineer with me. If I'm producing a beat, I have an engineer doing all the moving the tracks around and all that. So I can move through so I can do the process way faster. And that's helped me out for the past 2 years now. XVY Jay-Z says, and he made one about Micca lying. Chris, you should check out his content. Oh, Jada Black. Oh yeah, I'm already subscribed to Jada Black. So I probably already heard some of it. But I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Because Micca, there's too many videos of her coming out literally every day now of her capping, of her lying. Yeah, I'll say like if Brody finishes mastering it, and I will ask for the instrumental. Let me see. Perspective. Pyro says, wait, so he did look up to Corey and hiding it like he doesn't know him? Well, most of these dudes, they look up to him. They won't admit it, but the persona that they try to portray, they're either trying to copy Patrice or Corey. Marcus, I don't know if you guys know Marcus, the comedian. Marcus, that guy. He does his damnest to try to emulate Corey, and now he's basically his biggest hater now. So that's usually how it works. Ellis is here, says Perspective wasn't playing the radio with Micca. Yeah, he was really grilling her with those questions. Even though I don't even think those questions were really hard, but he was focused. He was locked in. I don't know. I think maybe Perspective is because he said that he already knew Micca's husband. So I don't know if he's personal friends with Micca's husband. That's why he was going so hard on her. But shout out to him for giving the interview of the year. Micca thought doing the interview with him was going to clear up all the rumors, and she made it just 10 times worse. Even like I said, even the most well-intended side chicks, they just don't know how to be side chicks. They can't keep their mouth closed. But anyway, Shara 7. Let me check this. Let me check the comment section for this. Like, people were really, like, the women in the comment section, they were saying some weird shit, like really weird shit. Let's do a zoom in if I can. And I'm just gonna do like a zoom in on the comments. Just the comments really, they were weird. So I'll say that this is another account you need to watch. So if you're following any, females, search up Shara 7's account and see if if any of the women that you know are following her or following her account or liking her posts. You know what I mean? Right here, you have the comment that says, the man who let his woman roar like a lioness without having any fears, a gem, may God bless his soul. That's, like I said, that's a weird comment. Like, what the? So a real man to her is somebody that just lets his woman just talk crazy about men while draining up his resources. That's weird. And then look at this. Next comment. It says, God, why didn't you take a Dusty instead of James? Like, that's what's wrong with these? So basically, why didn't you take a man that has no money instead of James? The person that basically they want dudes to fund them, pay all the bills, while they go on TikTok or Instagram and talk crazy about what men are or not doing. What men are or aren't doing. This is weird. Somebody said, R.I.P. King James, you are the GOAT for spoiling our queen, Shara. She said, our queen. Mind you, these are the same bras that be complaining about Andrew Tate and what the red pill is doing and shit. And you got all these hoes. I didn't know she had all them damn followers. This is my first, because first of all, I didn't really know what her Instagram page was. I just would see clips. I was assuming that she was just being popped off on, TikTok. But girl, man, this one bro, I cannot believe she is following Miss Sprinkle. And she got all this stuff to say about what men aren't what they doing and what they're not doing. Look, I don't know Alicia like that, but if she actually had any real ones in her life, let me just say this. Stop sleeping with criminals. Stop sleeping with men that are unemployed but still have full access to you. But because they are so-called artists, they have full access to you. Right? And I'm sorry to put you on blast here. And Alicia, you're gonna have to lose the weight. You're gonna have to lose the weight. This is the elephant in the room that people will not. They're just not gonna say it. They're not gonna address the elephant in the room. They're just gonna act like men are just doing this, men are doing that. And then you just say, well, you probably should lose the weight. Oh, you hate women because you say you should lose the weight. I'm like, bro, you don't even have to worry about people like dudes like me anymore if you lose the weight. I'm actually going against my own interests by telling you to lose the weight. Believe it or not. That's the irony in this, but men will still give decent advice. If a woman is like, if she asks for, we're not going to give her advice where it's going to self-destruct. Hoes will tell other hoes, hey, you're fine, you're good. Of course they're going to tell you good, man. Oh, man. Yeah. The elephant in the room. Lose the weight. Let me not put her on blast. I just can't believe she's following her. Because it's the same type of broad that she be complaining about all this shit. Because I know who she is. All the shit that she be complaining about, and you following Mrs. Sprinkle lady. Come on now. And I'll say this, notice there's no men in the comment section, celebrating. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. At the end of the day, even men know that she's going to be in a bad way without the dude being there. But I'll say this, if there's any men that make jokes about, hey, what did you say about that life insurance policy? You can't say he's foul because that's exactly what you said on your channel. Right? But I still know there was no men making jokes in the comment section. Now, when Kevin Samuels died, it was very interesting responses that I saw in there. But yeah, fuck all that. I'm seeing that it's just to see one of the broads that I know, and she's sitting there following him. Sorry, following her. Ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way. By the way, before I sign off, I wanted to show you this. So there was something happened to one of these female comedians out here. If I can pull it up. It's a female comedian by the name of Takara Williams, right? And at first, I didn't know who Takara Williams was. So I saw the story first, but I had no idea who she was as a comedian, right? Let me see if I can bring this up in another. If I can bring this up in another link. Open link in new tab. So this lady here, because I had no idea who Takara Williams is, but Takara Williams, for the people that may not know, she is a female comedian. Now you already know what I think about basically 99.90%. 99.99% of female comedians. Like they're just not funny. But this is who Takara Williams is. Share this tab for you. The only reason why Takara Williams is famous as a comedian is because of her shape, right? So if you can see right here, this so-called, thick, those thick girls, thick in the waist and all this stuff. And even though this is fat, she's fat. Let's keep it up. This is fat. But like I said, black men love this kind of build. That's why she's famous. Let's keep it a buck. And she should already know if she got ninjas around her, they just trying to smash and that's it. But recently she got into a situation. Okay. She got into a certain situation. She was drunk one night.
I don't even try to be outside.
She was drunk one night and she said that one of the male comedians that she was working with took advantage. I think I have a shorter video of it that actually sums up her story better. So let me bring it up here. But I want you guys to listen to the story. Because this is some interesting stuff, low key.
My friends and my counterpart.
Here we go. This is Takara Williams' drunk night horror story, where a male comedian that she knows who she's not gonna name. She's gonna say one of those guys took advantage of her when she was drunk. Here we go.
I should be in a position where I can hang out with my friends and my counterparts and have a good time and have a drink and feel safe.
So off rip, you already know. You're dealing with a broad that doesn't live in reality. I should instead of what is, right?
I should be in a position where I can hang out with my friends and my counterparts and have a good time and have a drink and feel safe. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen for a lot of women.
Exactly. This is why we don't want when dudes have their ladies or even, their sisters or women that they care about, they don't want them going out. But women will fight tooth and nail to still be outside, whenever they get the chance, especially nowadays.
I don't want to say this person's name, but y'all know him. And I have to get the story straight because, I just want to say this to set the record straight. I'm not going to say your name.
Camera one is your camera.
I had a show, I want to say it was in Temecula years ago, probably about 7, 8 years ago. And the promoter says, I got everybody rooms to spend the night. I said, cool. So then we go downstairs to this lounge and the promoter has a section for us, bottles, we all drinking, we all having a good time. And then little but surely, some of the comedians and their partners started saying inappropriate things to me. And I was like, I'm going to stop drinking right now because I don't want to be under the influence and get myself into something.
Right.
I know how I am when I'm under the influence. After a certain amount of alcohol, I'm still moving. I'm on autopilot, but my mind is gone. I said to one comedian, well, you're not drinking like that.
And she was still drinking. She was still out, bruh.
He was like, no. I said, well, do me a favor. I've been drinking. I feel it coming in, but my mind is gone. I said to one comedian, well, you're not drinking like that. He was like, no. I said, well, do me a favor. I've been drinking. I feel it coming in. I'm going to stop, but just make sure I get back to my hotel room safe.
That's a mistake because a real one would already tell you. A man that actually knows and cares about you, they would tell you, first of all, you can't trust any of these male entertainers. A lot of them are degenerates, number one. Number two, this is the entertainment industry. Strange things be happening to people's drinks. You need to watch out for that. Number 3, revert back to number 1. You can't trust any of these male entertainers out here. You need to find, if you feel like you about to be sauced, you need to reach out to a female that you can trust, not just some male comedian that you know in passing that seems Nope. Because even if he didn't do anything, when you wake up the next day and you're like, I don't remember what happened to me. This is where the danger lies in. When you look at college, right? They said 90% of the grape incidents or essay incidents, 90% of the time, alcohol is involved. 90% of the time. This is where the confusion comes in. You'll have a dude, they'll be like, well, she was mostly on me. But then she'll say, I don't remember anything. I was sauced. So now it becomes a he said, she said. There's never really any confirmation.
Just make sure. He said, what room are you in? I told him what room I was in. He said, okay.
That's a mistake.
Okay, I got you. That's right next to my room. I said, just make sure I get back to my room safe. He said, cool. I'm drinking water. I still remember, in and out. I'm having a good time. We danced. We all get on the elevator. One of the couples tried to take me with them. And I said, well, no. I'm going with this one right here. Because I told him, just make sure I'm safe. Make sure I get back to my room. I'm out by then. I'm going. Like, I don't even remember nothing after that. I wake up in his bed.
Oh, wow.
Pissed off. I woke up. I see him. I start crying. And I'm screaming, no. And he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, did we do anything last night? My top is on. My bottom's gone. Right? This is just a moment of vulnerability for everybody. Just especially for the female comics. And I said, did we do anything? And he goes, yeah. I start crying. I run out the room. I ain't even got no pants on. I just got everything in my hand. I'm sure they saw ass on the camera. But I go next door and I'm sitting on my bed and I'm crying because I would never entertain you. If you see the dudes that I'm interested in, you would never even fall into the category of it. And
so for her to even say that part, this is where people are going to lose interest. Because when you're saying, if even like when you're talking about a potential essay situation or a potential grape situation or a potential, I got taken advantage of situation, you're not talking about the man's appearance and how if everybody was sober, I would never have given you a chance anyways and blah, blah, blah. Let's not do that. Because now, what if she really did get taken advantage of? People are just going to take that part and then they're just going to dismiss it.
What bothered me most is there was never an apology. There was never any accountability. And then you went around and told people that we did something as if that was something that I, in a sense, agreed to or gave you permission to do.
So now people are going to take this also and they're going to be like, okay, was it really a taking advantage situation or were you just very regrettable and then you were mad that he told everybody that you guys slept together? That's what most people are just going to come to that conclusion. And this, like I said, it's a good chance that whoever did it could have done something. You never know. But how am I to tell? How am I supposed to tell? And then especially the stuff that you're saying at the end, it's gonna be hard for the average person to agree with you.
I was under the influence. I asked you specifically to make sure that I got back to my hotel room and you didn't. You took me to yours. And I'm just tired of the narrative that's going around. And I didn't want to say this way in hopes that at some point this person will be accountable. But then.
So it sounds like she's kind of making excuses. So this is where because at the beginning I was like, I might be interested in this story. Let's hear her out. Then I hear this end of the story and I'm like, maybe so-and-so didn't grape you. I don't know. Maybe you're embarrassed at who it was that you let smashed. And then you were mad that he told everybody that he smashed. So this is why I also try to tell dudes, if you smash, you need to just keep that between you and her. Don't be out here bragging, because if you're not somebody that she want to be caught out with, she might spin it and then say that she got taken advantage of.
Not. They're just running around like, oh yeah, me and Takara. And I'm like, no. I don't want to say you to me. That's a very harsh and pushed narrative. And I have to take accountability for the fact that I was drinking.
So it's interesting that she says that I don't want to say that he graped me. Right. And that's low key her confessing that this was all my fault anyways. I shouldn't have slept. That's basically a confession that this was just a regrettable situation that happened.
Very accountable person, but you did take advantage of me under the influence,
Right.
especially when I trusted you and I asked you to just make sure I was safe, and you wasn't even drinking like that.
So I'll leave you guys to the comment section. Do you guys believe her? Because I don't know about this one, because especially at the end when she's talking and basically just like, oh, you told everybody this and you told everybody that. And it's like, that's the thing that you're focused on. I'm like, yeah, I don't like, if that was really a situation where you got taken advantage of, you wouldn't be mentioning about his looks, right? Even in the beginning of the video, she was like, ill, right? So, similar to Jordan Pauline when she was talking about Tylil. When people in the chat were trying to guess who was the person that graped her, and somebody mentioned some random streamer and she said ill. Oh man, I don't know why women do stuff like that. That's funny. Particularly black women. Like this is why, but anyways. I don't know. I don't know about that story. Now, most dudes are going to take her side because of this. So watch this. Because I'm like, who the fuck is Takara Williams? Even so I hear the story, then I search up Takara Williams, and then the first thing that popped up was these shorts. Right? And I was like, oh, I remember her. Because you see, when you see certain female comedians go viral, it's because of their looks. And she went viral as a female comedian because of her body shape. Let's keep it a buck. Specifically, oh yeah, I remember when I first saw her on Instagram, I saw her with these outfits right here. Yep. So I'm going to turn the sound off. I'm going to turn off the sound and I'm just look at her. We all know ninjas love women with this, they fetishize women with this kind of body shape. Not saying they necessarily wife up women with this kind of body shape, but they really, unfortunately, black men, they tend to take seriously their fetish. So if they fetishize something, they'll try to make it a wife or they'll make it a girlfriend. But that was one of the first videos I saw of her via Instagram. So I was like, oh, I know who this broad is. But like I said, ninjas love women, like particularly when it comes to the type of women that they want to smash. They want to smash broads that look like this. This is what they do. They won't admit it. Ninjas won't admit it, but that's the reason why she's popular. And I hope Takara also understands any man that wants to hang with you, right? They just want to smash. They just want to see what the hype is all about. Oh shoot, I'm not showing the screen. My bad. I didn't even show the screen. My bad. That was embarrassing. So this body type right here. So when I searched up Takara Williams, when I saw these shorts, I was like, oh, I remember her. So when I first saw her, let me see if I can bring up the shorts. One of the shorts that I brought up. Let me look at my history real quick. Right here. That was one of the first videos I saw of Takara Williams. One of the first videos on Instagram. And I'm like, oh, so this is I'm like, why are they showing this broad on my? I was like, oh, I get it. Because now you're gonna see all the comments. She thicker than a Snicker. All the comments, they're gonna be talking about her body. Every comment. This is why they'll have certain female comedians go viral, certain male comedians go viral for other reasons if they're a small hat. But particularly with women, they make sure the pretty ones or the ones with a certain phenotype. Nah, let me not say that. A body type. and they know they're gonna get people all up in the comment section. I know this is also this one white female. My bad, guys. I accidentally clicked back. I clicked back on the on my StreamYard. But this is one white female comedian who's like thick as well, kind of the similar body type. She's like viral all over Instagram. I don't remember her name. But that's the reason why these people go viral. You know. So this is the reality of the situation. Did my camera go on? No, I turned it off. Anyway, but I would say this. I would let somebody like a Takara Williams, like if somebody that actually cared about her, they would just let her know, like, bruh, like the reason why you're getting your opportunities is because of your body type. It's not because of what you're saying. Because whatever she's saying is probably not funny. No disrespect. Oh man. But anyways, I think that's enough for today. I said that would be my last segment. Every day, if you go on YouTube, there's more updates about the Anton Daniels Micca situation. I'll say this: give it about because I'll say this, yeah, Anton and his wife, they're already living in separate, quarters. This Micca stuff going viral, this might be the last straw. This might be the last straw. So don't be surprised, in the next year. Sorry, in the next 12 months, don't be surprised if you see Anton come forward like, look, because I'm thinking, me personally, I'm thinking Anton is they're waiting until their daughter turns 18, and then once she turns 18, they're gonna pull the plug on the marriage, right? So that's my prediction. So give it a little bit of time. Once the daughter's in college, and he's gonna make the play that he's gonna make. That's why he's saying, "Oh, I had to displace my daughter and all this stuff." No. Your daughter found out that you had some side bitches. And since Corey Holcomb put you on blast, you're mad at him for exposing what you were doing out here in these streets. But that's all I had to say about Anton. If you want any more updates, you can literally just go on YouTube. People going in. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Thank you guys for tuning into this live show. My outro would be I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to put as my outro. Oh man, we'll put Umar Johnson as the outro. Shout out to you guys, man. Peace out.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?